Oh man, have you ever got like those crazy rage quits on Sparking Zero, and then the guy messages you after the fact that he just rage quits? Then he blames you for the fact that he rage quitted, and then he starts blaming you for everything. Well, guess what? That's what we're here to talk about. Hello, my name is Dark Cell Kings, just Dark Cell Kings now, and today we'll be going over the craziest rage quit stories in Sparking Zero that I had. So, story one. I was going against this guy, and don't mind the gameplay. These are rage quits, but these are not what the games are, okay? So, okay, back to it. I was going against a guy. I was using UI Goku, right? And he was using Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, don't get me wrong. The match was going pretty well. Like, I'm going to tell you like it is. That match was mainly straight hands, right? Straight hands. And then he started using more like ultimate impact, like 2 times every combo. He only hit me with 1. So I'm like, okay, cool. So if he's using rush moves, I'm just going to use rush moves because what the hell? I wasn't going to use rush moves because I was trying to practice like fighting with just straight hands, right? And the guy started using ultimate impact like 2 times. Remember, this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, ultimate impact with him at max damage is 15,000. So I have to be aware. So I was vanishing all his ultimate impacts. He only hit me with 1, and that was the first one because it caught me off guard. Cool. All right. Now I'm hitting him with I hit him with 2 rush moves and my ultimate. So that's 3 rush moves in total, basically. Just, 1 normal rush move. Cool. So guess what? I'm about to win the match. And guess what? He gets his ultimate. So you know how he has a Insta Spark. I don't have no problem. He used the Wild Sense into an Insta Spark. Cool. Guess what? I vanished the ultimate because he had a Wild Sense. He used the Wild Sense just to trigger the ultimate. And then when he tried to use the ultimate on me, I vanished it. So after that, I went into full power charge, charged up fully, got him into distance, and I hit him and I staggered him. So he couldn't do anything. What I mean by this, he couldn't actually get out of what I was going to do. So I was about to do my ultimate. And then I think he tried to vanish, and it didn't work. And believe it or not, when I did this, he was already at under 10% health. So it was actually overkill, the fact that I used my ultimate on him. And when I used my ultimate, guess what? And when I got it off, he quit the moment the punches started raining from UI Goku. And then guess what? He sends me a message saying, go fuck myself. I'm like, what? Like, go fuck yourself. I'm like, what did I do? And he said, you know exactly what you did, bro. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, it's not even that deep. I was just trying to win. Like, it was a good game and blah, blah, blah. I even complimented him. He said, just go fuck yourself, bro. You're trash. And you shouldn't be on the game. I said, damn, really? Like, people get that mad. But anyway, that is story 1. Story 2. Now, this is actually one of the recent ones. Just the other day, I was playing as Beast Gohan, right? And you know, I love cutting up as Beast Gohan and having fun. Like, I do on my free time. I don't make no videos on him. I just actually want to play the game. So, guess what? I'm still experimenting on how good he is. This is actually during the time I was making the tier list video. If you are a all-time viewer of mine. And the tier list video just got done yesterday, between 2 days ago. Because I'm making this video on February 2nd. So, let's just keep it like that, alright? So, I go against a MUI Goku, and I am Beast Gohan. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect matchup, right? Because I wanted to start off as Beast Gohan for the first time. I already get a message sent to me like, yo, you're a bitch. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Whatever. So I'm like, okay, we'll see about that. The first thing he does, Ultra Barrage, instantaneous rush move. Dodge, weave, vanish. I'm vanishing all. He's a spammer. He's straight spamming, guys. No end in sight. I'm using hands, my key moves, my rush moves, and my ultimate, and my instant spark, and my wild sense. He's using everything but to the maximum of what he can do. He can't even throw hands, bro. He doesn't even know what the X and Y does. Oh, he knows how to throw a punch, but he doesn't know how to take a punch. So every time I would catch him, right, he couldn't vanish or guard. He didn't have no defense or anything. And remember, we're talking about a Z rank. I was on my main account, guys, when I was doing this. Just to let y'all know. I was at least S2 because, you know, you lose a lot here and there. But yeah, I'm going to tell you like it is, though. That's ridiculous on how people just call. Like, he literally called me out my name in the beginning of the match. Then he starts spamming. Then when I'm about to finish it with the, I'm about to finish him with my ultimate. Then guess what? Out of nowhere, he rage quits and leaves the game. I mean, it's kind of what's expected. It's really about the fact that they send you a message afterwards, though. He's like, I knew you was a bitch. I knew you was a bitch. I'm like, what did I do? I said, you was spamming the whole game. He's like, and he said, I know who you are. You're Dark Zell Kings. I had to spam. I'm like, what? Story 3. Oh my gosh, bro. I really hate this one. This is probably the story I did not want to tell, but I just muster up the courage to tell y'all. It's actually this gameplay that I'm talking about of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus MUI. Now, it's not actually the fact that he said anything to me. It's the fact that I started beating him. I want you to really look at this gameplay closely because this is the only gameplay of the story I will be talking about. When I was doing this video, it was called Lore Accurate Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Teen Gohan. And the fact is, this guy wasn't bad. It's just the fact that he started doing the same exact thing over and over and over again. So I'm like, okay, I know how to beat this. You know what I mean? And remember, when I made this video, I made this video back in early November, guys. Remember that, early November. So I was still trying to understand how to fight in the game still. Like, I was trying to, this guy was really pushing it, though. So he used this Insta-Spark. I'm like, okay, shit. Like, back then, Insta-Spark used to be dangerous, in my opinion. Because, it took less. So it was less effort. And back then, it took me I still didn't get down to vanishing time of MUI Goku fully. Of an instantaneous move. Look, this is all he did. The fact that I dodged that was a miracle. So I went in Insta-Spark, and this is all he started doing after a certain point. I'm like, okay. Now, real shit. This is like the craziest spamming ever seen. This is all he would do throughout the whole game after a certain point. It was just so dumb. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, bro, how do you go from playing with straight hands, then doing like 5 rush moves in a row without doing anything else? Like, look. This is where I really catch him. Boom, boom, and then ultimate. My ultimate is unblockable, just letting y'all know. So watch this. How the hell are you going to disconnect when you did like 5, 8 rush moves in a row? That doesn't make any sense. Story 4. Yeah, story 3, nothing's not topping story 3 in my opinion. What's some bullshit. Story 4. This is not the gameplay for it. I just posted this. That was the only one that was actually being talked about. Okay, let's get right into it. Story 4. I was playing Dispo. If y'all know, Dispo is part of the Pride Troopers. And I was going against somebody who was using Jiren, or aka a Jiren main. I just letting y'all know I main Jiren. He's a really great character. So I didn't say anything crazy. Like, oh man, this guy sucks for using Jiren. I'm like, oh, I know I'm in for a match. I might lose, right? It was a close match. It's just the fact that I had way more skill under my belt, bro. Like, I had more defensive tactics than him. He was using Jiren as more like a, oh man, I hope I get this rush move off, or oh man, I hope I get that power impact off. I use Jiren more or less like, okay, I hope I get this combo off clean, then the rush move off. Stuff like that. I add to my stuff. He was just doing moves, Like, usually the rage quitters are spammers, okay? So I used full move, the low light speed movement, and I started becoming faster. He couldn't catch me. He sends me a message like, yo, you're cheating. I'm like, what? Some dude actually sent me a message saying I'm cheating because I'm using Dispo. Like, what the fuck? You're using Jiren. So guess what? He's like, yo, I'm tired of these games, bro. He's messaging me in the middle of the match. Like, he'll hold still. So I would stop attacking him because I'm like, yo, I don't want to win off of somebody holding still. So, guess what? He's like, yo, I'm about to go into full power G and wreck your shit. And guess what? I didn't listen to him. He did it. And he did one ultimate off on me, and I was at like under, I don't know, like 5 to 10% health. It was looking bad. So I instant spark, right? And when I instant spark, it was all over. Shit. I killed him, and guess what? He left the game and called me a bitch. Like, what is wrong with these people? Story 5. Oh my gosh. This is the last story I'll be talking with. Okay, this is actually when the new DLC just came out. I started playing Piccolo. Piccolo is one of the good, I think he's the best character in the DLC, right? So, guess what? I got matched up against a Cell Max. I can't even make this shit up. Dude sends me a message. Oh, you're that Dark Zell Kings guy, right? I'm like, oh, I mean, you know me? He's like, yeah, you're a YouTuber. I'm not famous, but shit. Like, if you know me, you know me. And then guess what he says? I know what to do against you. Like, what? Like, I watch your videos. I know how to beat you. Okay, cool. Let's put that to the test. That's what he does everything just to use his ultimate. Because here's the thing. Some of my videos, I don't vanish as much. But sometimes it may be because I'm not taking the game as lightly. So he thinks if he just uses as his ultimate like a billion times and it's in effect as blockable, he only hit me once with it. He only hit me once with the move, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I think I understand what his plan is because he went straight to his ultimate the moment we started that match. Now remember, he's a giant. So I go for the ankles. Now he's getting mad because remember, I'm still the Piccolo. So I went into Orange Piccolo Giant and he's like, oh hell no. And the fact is I get an animation against this guy. So he didn't like that, and then I started winning, and then he leaves the game. He sends me a message, YouTubers are built different or something, and like he's gonna unsubscribe because I beat him. Anyway, that's the end of story time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.